There's a place in Tennessee where the air smells of honeysuckle and the mornings begin with a whisper, not a roar. And in the heart of it all stands a farmhouse, where country music icon Martina McBride traded global spotlight for wooden beams, stables, and Sunday suppers. But what led a chart-topping voice to seek solace in silence? Today, we step beyond the fame, beyond the stage, and into the soulful retreat where music, family, and country life come together. The road to country royalty didn't begin under stage lights or red carpets. It began in a small town called Sharon, Kansas, population less than 200, where dirt roads wind around fields of golden wheat, and the only real stage was the back porch. There, a little girl named Martina Maria Schiff grew up among cattle, hammers, and harmonies. Her father, Darrell Schiff, ran a dairy farm by day and crafted cabinets by night, but his true passion lived in music. So when the chores were done, the tools were downed, and the sun dipped behind the barn, he gathered his children and guitars to form the Shifters, a family band held together by love and melody. Martina was just 9 when she began singing in the group. She didn't know what pitch was, but she knew how it felt, how her heart raced when the first chord struck, how the crowd, even if it was just neighbors on lawn chairs, leaned in a little closer. As she grew older, so did her hunger for sound. She sang for hours after school, echoing the voices of Reba McEntire, Linda Ronstadt, and Patsy Cline through the house. Each song she mimicked became a secret rehearsal for a future only she could imagine. But small-town dreams don't always find big city doors. After high school, she moved to Wichita and joined a rock band called The Penetrators, trading fiddles for electric guitars and smoky stages. Yet even then, her heart tugged toward country. Then, in 1987, everything changed. She met John McBride, a young sound engineer with a mind for mixing and a passion for possibility. They fell in love over cables and coffee, and by 1988, they were married. But more than soulmates, they became creative partners, two dreamers chasing the same horizon. 1 year later, they packed their hopes into a car and drove to Nashville. They had no record deal, no agent, just a belief that if anyone could do this, maybe Martina could. John landed a job with Garth Brooks, a rising star whose shows were getting bigger by the day. Martina tagged along, not as a singer, but as a merchandise seller. Night after night, she stood at folding tables while her voice, powerful, untouched, untrained, remained hidden behind boxes of t-shirts. Until Garth heard her sing. Legend says he was so impressed that he made her an offer. "If you can get a record deal, you can open for me." That one sentence was all she needed. With John's help and the backing of Brooks's team, she recorded a demo that would soon land her a contract with RCA Nashville in 1991. Her debut album, The Time Has Come, arrived in 1992. It didn't top charts, but it cracked the door open. Her second album, The Way That I Am, didn't just push the door. It blew it off its hinges. Hits like My Baby Loves Me and Life number 9-inch electrified country radio. But it was Independence Day, a fierce ballad about freedom and survival, that etched her name in stone. She wasn't just singing songs. She was telling the stories of women who had been silenced for too long. As her voice soared, so did her accolades. Platinum records, CMA awards, performances for presidents. But through it all, she never forgot the farm girl who once sang under a Kansas sunset. From evolution to emotion, Martina McBride didn't just ride the wave of 90s country, she helped shape it. Her voice became the sound of hope, heartbreak, and healing. And through it all, one constant remained: the desire for balance. Fame was thrilling, but peace was sacred. Which is why, years later, when her calendar finally allowed it and her heart whispered it was time, she returned to what she always loved most: wide open land, horses in the distance, a home built with hands, heart, and heritage, And that quiet calling led her to a place where music meets stillness. A Tennessee farm unlike any other. So, what does a $3 million country retreat for a music legend actually look like? Let's take a walk down the gravel path and find out. Farm in Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from the hum of Nashville lies a different kind of stage. There are no crowds here, no glittering spotlights, only the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant call of horses, and the quiet rhythm of life unfolding slowly, intentionally. This is Martina McBride's Tennessee farm, a $3 million sanctuary where music fades into nature, and each sunrise feels like the start of a new chorus. The entrance is modest, yet unmistakably elegant. Iron gates part like a curtain lifting on a personal performance. A winding gravel road, bordered by wooden fences and wildflowers, leads you through 18 acres of rolling hills. The hum of the city feels like a distant memory. At the center stands a farmhouse, timeless and warm. Its stone facade, neutral tones, and sloped roof lines blend seamlessly with the land around it. But step inside, and the harmony of rustic charm and modern luxury begins to play its quiet melody. The kitchen is the soul of the home, fitted with gleaming granite countertops, custom cabinetry, and modern lighting that bathes the space in soft golden tones. This is where Martina stirs her mother's stew recipe or tests new creations for her cookbooks, Martina's Kitchen Mix and Around the Table. It's not just a place for food, it's where stories are shared, laughter is echoed, and memories are folded into meals. The living room, with wide beam wood floors and a stone fireplace, wraps guests in comfort. Family photos rest on the mantel. A guitar leans against the couch. It's quiet here. Not the absence of sound, but the presence of peace. Outside, the real performance begins. The outdoor kitchen, newly built, is a tribute to Tennessee summers, complete with a barbecue station, prep counters, and space to gather with friends over sweet tea and southern ribs. Evenings often end by the fire pit, where stories unravel under the stars, and the crickets join in as backup singers. But this isn't just a retreat. It's also a working farm, carefully designed for performance, comfort, and purpose. There are 5 stables, each meticulously planned for function and grace. Fenced paddocks stretch toward the horizon, giving horses space to roam, rest, and run. 5 guest houses dot the property, charming mini retreats that Martina uses for training clinics, long-term stays, or simply hosting friends who want a taste of the rural life. There's even a 5-stall barn and a spacious utility shop, ideal for storing tools, keeping livestock supplies in order, or just tinkering in the afternoon sun. And yet every inch of the property is touched with intention. The rope boxes, covered and protected from the rain. The arena kitchen, soon to be fitted with newly ordered garage doors, enhancing both form and function. Nothing here is haphazard. Every plank, every post, every garden bed feels like a lyric, placed exactly where it belongs. It's not about extravagance. It's about alignment between who she is and how she chooses to live. Here, Martina isn't just a country superstar. She's a woman who wakes up with the earth, walks among the trees, and finds freedom not on a tour bus, but in the way sunlight dances through her stable windows. She once said, "Music is healing, but so is silence." And in this place, silence speaks loudly. Through the whinny of a horse, the crackle of firewood, the rustle of wind through barn rafters. This is not a house. It's a composition, part architecture, part soul. But Martina's love for space, balance, and beauty didn't stop in the countryside. Back in Nashville, she built another masterpiece, a mansion in the city that never forgets its country roots. Let's take a look inside her $4 million urban retreat, where wood, light, and legacy live together in perfect harmony. Mansion in Nashville. Nashville, the beating heart of country music, is where careers are born, legends are shaped, and voices find their wings. But tucked behind a double-gated driveway on Hillwood Boulevard lies something rarer than fame: privacy, elegance, and peace. This is Martina McBride's $4 million mansion, a city home that feels more like a suspended treehouse in the clouds. From the outside, the property whispers exclusivity. Tall trees surround it like guardians, filtering sunlight through their branches. The elevation of the lot gives the home a commanding view, and the dual-gate entrance ensures total seclusion from the outside world. Step inside, and the first thing that strikes you is light. Every room glows. Large picture windows capture the southern sky in all its moods, golden in the morning, dusky pink by night. The home feels as if it's breathing with the day. The kitchen is a dance of warmth and sophistication, where natural finishes meet high-end performance. Custom cabinetry hugs the walls, framing Gen Air appliances that gleam under soft lighting. Every corner is purposeful, every inch speaks to her love for cooking and hospitality. A butler's pantry keeps the chaos tucked away, allowing the main living space to stay clear, open, and calm. It's this blend of function and finesse that makes the house feel not just designed, but lived in. Beyond the kitchen lies the living and dining area, where natural textures, stone, wood, linen, come together like instruments in a well-tuned band. Martina's love for detail is everywhere. In the soft throw draped over the couch, in the antique light fixtures that cast a golden glow at dusk, in the family portraits framed with quiet pride. And then there's the backyard, a sanctuary within a sanctuary. A private heated pool shimmers beneath Tennessee's blue skies. Next to it, a stone-lined fire pit invites late-night conversations and barefoot dancing. Just steps away, a pool house surprises with luxury. A mini kitchen, full bath, fireplace, and sliding glass doors that erase the line between indoors and out. It's not just a home for living. It's a home for gathering, for laughter, music, and connection. Below ground, the finished basement opens up new possibilities. A personal gym doubles as a creative space. There's ample storage and wiring already in place for an optional elevator should the future ever ask for it. Yet for all its modern features, what makes this house extraordinary isn't its price or its design. It's the way it reflects Martina herself. Open, strong, graceful. This is a place where she can write lyrics in the stillness of the morning, then host close friends by the fire as the cicadas sing. Where her daughters can come home and still feel the warmth of childhood, even as they build lives of their own. Where success doesn't scream, it hums quietly and confidently through the walls. But amid these peaceful walls and pasture-lined fences, there's a question many still wonder. How much is the voice of Independence Day truly worth? Let's uncover the quiet fortune behind one of country music's most enduring stars. She never chased the spotlight for the sake of glamour. And yet today, Martina McBride quietly stands among the most successful women in country music, with an estimated net worth of $45 million. But how did a farm girl from Kansas build such a fortune? It didn't happen overnight. It came one song at a time. Each note, each lyric, each sold-out show a thread in the tapestry of her legacy. But perhaps the most remarkable part of Martina's fortune is how quiet it is. There are no flashy headlines, no vanity splurges or drama-filled tabloids, just a steady, authentic woman who built her empire with grit, grace, and a grounded heart. Because in the end, true wealth isn't always loud. Sometimes it sounds like wind through the stables, laughter in a kitchen, or a chorus that still gives you goosebumps, even after all these years. And just as her voice has uplifted millions through music, Martina has also used her success to lift those who need it most, not with fanfare, but with purpose. Let's explore the heart behind the fortune, her lifelong commitment to giving back. Philanthropy. Before she was a country superstar, Martina McBride was a daughter, a sister, a small-town girl raised on decency, hard work, and the belief that kindness is never wasted. And even after the awards, the tours, and the millions of records sold, she never lost that compass. In fact, she sharpened it. Her passion for philanthropy started not with a press release, but with a question: what can I do that actually helps? It led her down a path where music wasn't just art. It became action. Martina became a vocal advocate for victims of domestic violence, lending not only her platform, but her presence to some of the country's most important organizations. She served as a national spokesperson for the National Domestic Violence Hotline, the Tulsa Domestic Violence and Intervention Services, and Love is Respect, a teen dating abuse awareness initiative. But she didn't stop at speeches. She used her songs, like Independence Day, to start difficult conversations in living rooms across America. She brought truth to places where silence once lived. Since 1995, Martina has hosted the annual YWCA Celebrity Auction in Middle Tennessee, raising over $500,000 for women and children fleeing abuse. Each autograph, guitar, and donated moment turned into hope, shelter, and second chances. And when a terminally ill young girl dreamt of meeting her idol, Martina didn't send a signed photo. She showed up, in person, partnering with the Children's Wish Network to turn dreams into final memories filled with joy. In 2003, she received the Minnie Pearl Humanitarian Award, but you won't hear her talk about it. To Martina, awards are not the reason. They're simply reminders of the power of showing up for others. Then came Team Music is Love, a grassroots initiative born from a single question by a group of fans. Can we wear shirts with your name in a breast cancer walk? Her answer was yes, not just in word but in spirit. What began as a t-shirt idea became a movement. Team Music is Love grew into a full-blown charitable engine, organizing food drives, volunteer missions, and community service events in every city she toured. Fans became volunteers. Concerts became catalysts for change. In 2010, she performed Unchained Melody during the Stand Up to Cancer Telethon, her voice soaring beside icons like Leona Lewis and Stevie Wonder, proving once again that music, when used right, is one of the most powerful healing forces we have. And through it all, she leads by example, not for applause, but because she believes in empowering women, educating girls, and breaking cycles of silence. As she once shared with her daughters, love isn't just a feeling. It's something you do, especially when it's hard. But what happens when the stage lights fade and the crowds go home? What does a country legend's life look like behind the gates, past the headlines, in the quiet hours of mourning? Personal life. Fame, for some, is a destination. But for Martina McBride, it was always just one part of the journey, never the whole map. Behind every arena tour, platinum record, or television appearance is a woman who fiercely protected one thing above all: her family. In 1988, long before the spotlight found her, Martina married John McBride, the sound engineer who became her greatest partner in both life and music. They weren't just a couple, they were a team, building careers and a home side by side. Together, they raised 3 daughters: Delaney, born in 1994, Emma in 1998, and Ava in 2005. As her star ascended, Martina made a choice few entertainers dared to make. She scaled back her touring, reserving only holiday runs and summer concerts so her daughters could have what she called a normal childhood. No nanny entourage, no red carpet childhoods. Just home-cooked meals, school runs, and bedtime stories. Because for Martina, being a mother wasn't a role, it was a calling. And that calling echoes through the rhythm of her daily life. On the Tennessee farm, mornings begin early. She walks through the stables, checks on the horses, sometimes barefoot, coffee in hand. Her dogs race ahead of her as she hums softly. Old hymns, maybe a song in progress. Cooking remains a joy, not a chore. Her kitchen is alive with scent and memory. Rosemary, cornbread, cinnamon from her mother's recipe box. It's not unusual to find her daughters visiting, now young women forging paths of their own, bringing friends, laughter, and stories to the dinner table. The porch is her favorite place. She sits there in the golden hour, watching fireflies dance across the field, often holding hands with John in silence. Not the kind that says nothing, but the kind that says everything. She decorates her home with intention, not opulence, but warmth. Each object has meaning. A framed lyric, a photo from a special tour, a worn guitar that's seen more than its fair share of stages. And in those rare, quiet moments, she writes. Sometimes for a new record, sometimes just for herself. Friends describe her as grounded, funny, and present. The same woman they met decades ago in a Kansas church basement or backstage at a Nashville dive. She still shops for groceries herself, still takes time to answer fan letters by hand, still cries when a story moves her. What fame never changed and never could was her core, a woman of faith, of fierce love, and of deep gratitude. Because while her voice has touched millions, it's the quiet, personal rhythm of her life that reveals the real Martina, a woman who traded stadium lights for porch light and never once looked back. If Martina McBride's journey, from Kansas fields to Nashville stages and back to the stillness of her farm, moved you in any way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story. Because sometimes, the most powerful lives aren't the loudest. They're the ones lived with grace, purpose, and a song in the heart.